Hello and welcome into the Erie Tiger Network for this audio-only broadcast of state softball. We're joining you just a hair after first pitch here as Leach will touch the corner here. And yeah, we have already gone underway, but it's still our first batter, so we didn't miss much. Just trying to make sure our network is up. And if it is lagging a little bit, we will switch our sources of internet as this one is fouled out of play by Bustamante, the leadoff hitter for Longmont. Brandon Bird here with you. Grayson Blaylock on the color call for this first round of the state tournament, and it's always great to be at this site as it is right now. 2-2 the count here to Bustamante. Leach the pitcher, she'll deliver, and this one is hacked foul as well. Well, Grayson, every year we come here, and every year it seems like we have pretty good hope. Of course, this softball team is no stranger to success. 23 straight in this state tournament.
You're right. It is 23 straight, and in the 24 years of the program, only missing it in the first year. And it feels pretty good to come back to Aurora year in, year out as Bustamante fouls another one off.
Yeah, fouling balls off left and right here. Still a 2-2 count here from Maddie Leach. The defense for the Tigers, Kat Sackett behind the plate, Cambry Frazier at first, Vaughn at second, Kihas at short, and Kylie Armstrong at third. The pitch is fouled again. Nope, it's actually right to second base, and Vaughn will settle underneath it. Looked like it was fouled out, looked directly into the sun. That's where our booth is looking right now. It's a little bit tough to tell. So one away here for the Trojans in the top half of the first, and that will bring Kayla Marie Gumison to the plate for the Trojans. The starting third baseman. In fact, the lineup looks like this for the Trojans. Bustamante, Gumison, Mitchell. First three hitters in the 4-hole, it's Nielsen. Ashley Dillo will bat out of the 5-hole. Katrina Sable, Katie Alons at the 7 spot. And 8 spot, Grace Morrow. And in the 9-hole, Sharina Simmons for this Trojan team. No designated player like we see for the Erie side.
And there's a strike. So after a long first at bat, Maddie Leach quickly getting ahead, 0-2 in the count.
Leach ahead here 0-2. We're still trying to make sure that our stream is up and running, so bear with us here a little bit. But we see some of you have joined in and are watching. That one went wide. So 1-2 the count here from Leach. Maddie will deliver, and that one is fouled back into the screen. And so far in this first inning, they have really been working Leach. 12 pitches thrown in these first two batters.
And if you're an Erie fan, you want to see these at-bats go a little bit faster. Leach will be pitching, hopefully, a lot over the next 2 days. And you want her pitch count to stay low as that one is hit to center field.
Yeah, flared to center, and that will be Tegan Brand. And so Brand will settle underneath, make out number 2, and quickly 2 away here for the Trojans. So Mitchell now to the plate, the right-handed batter, the 3-hole hitter, the starting pitcher as well here for the Trojans. And that pitch a little bit outside here.
Mitchell, the leader in several statistical categories for the Trojans, has the most RBIs, hits, and runs scored for this Longmont team.
She'll foul that one down the right-hand side. Now the count runs even to 1-1. Fans that are joining us, no score here in the top of the first, as that pitch is in there for a strike now, 1-2, as that was right down Broadway there from Maddie Leach.
And Leach getting ahead again quickly in the count, 0-2.
Longmont comes in 18-7, and something you'll rarely see in softball, a tie, as that one is high.
And Longmont did tie Sterling earlier in the year in a tournament, so I believe the shortened game because of the tournament was what forced that tie.
Now Leach delivers. This one is chopped to third, picked up by Armstrong. No, it goes off of her wrist, and Kihas will pick it up. And so Mitchell is the first runner aboard off the air from Armstrong.
And that is one of the keys to the game for Erie, is avoid the errors. Erie's offense can keep up with almost anyone in the state, but Maddie Leach on the season has given up over 30 unearned runs.
Yeah, and that's something that plagued the Tigers last year in the state tournament. If you remember back to that Pueblo West game, it was kind of their inability, I beg your pardon, to field bunts, as that pitch is in there for a strike to Alexa Nilsson, the 4-hole hitter. So runner on first, 2 outs here for the Tigers in the top of the first. As Leach staring in. And now calling for time is Nilsson, and she'll back out of the batter's box. Alexa Nilsson. Large in stature, pretty tall. Kind of reminds you of a Cat Sackett when you see her. As she'll back or foul this one back out of play. On the year for Longmont, 10 home runs as a team. Nielsen with 2 of those, so it does have a little bit of pop. She did miss 10 games this season, though, did Nielsen. Leach staring in again. She'll wind and fire, and that one is upstairs, and Sackett almost snapped down to first, but sliding back in time was Angeline Mitchell.
And that's something you'll see Erie do a lot. They like to fake pickoff throws, keep the runners honest.
6 minutes into this one. Leach staring in. Whips the ball in there, and that one is fouled back again into the screen. And so 22 pitch innings so far for Leach and the Tigers.
And this game, one of the last game to start for of all the first round games. Other games that had the late start, they're already in the second and third innings. Pueblo South trailing to Wheat Ridge.
And a swing and a miss for strike 3, and that will retire the side. So a little bit late of a start here, but we're through the top of the first. No score here as we go to the bottom of the first here on the Erie Tiger Network.
Chiropractors don't treat your symptoms. We treat the cause of your symptoms. On your first visit, we'll review your medical history and examine your vital signs, posture, strength, and reflexes. We'll also perform tests which are designed to give us insight into what may be causing your problem. The doctors at Great Day Chiropractic don't just treat adults. We also treat children of all ages. We're located in historic Old Town Erie at 515 Briggs Street. We're open 5 days a week from Monday through Friday and the second and fourth Saturdays of each month.
Don't worry, 74 people were picked before me in the NFL draft.
To fight childhood obesity, United Way and the NFL are helping kids play at least 60 minutes a day.
Okay, time for the team obstacle course. Yay!
What this place needs is more healthy kids. To get involved or donate, go to unitedway.org/play60.
Now I get it.
Front Range Landfill puts all your needs in front of everything else. Front Range Landfill won Erie Chamber of Commerce Business of the Year Award, as well as being featured on national television. We are very proud of our facility and we welcome the opportunity to address your disposal needs. Our focus is on customer service. We strive to achieve easy and rapid access in and out of the facility. We feel certain that we will exceed your expectations of your solid waste disposal requirements. Choose Front Range Landfill for all your landfill needs. You will be pleased.
And welcome back in here as the Tigers embark here on the first inning, as try and get some transition music in, and not quite working so smoothly here to start, but we are here and ready, and now Tegan Brand ready to lead things off. The left-handed hitter will take up high for a ball. Tegan Brand working her way into some regular time here this season. Kind of before this year, primarily used as a pinch runner, as that one is in there for a strike. So good to see Tegan getting some more at-bats here, and obviously a lot of them from the leadoff spot. 380 hitter on the year is Tegan, and time was called right as Mitchell started her windup. By the way, the tail of the tape here for Mitchell, the pitcher, 5.4 or 0.4 ERA in 22 appearances. She's 15-6, 97 strikeouts, 40 walks.
And for Erie, they've got some players that will walk a lot down the lineup, so 40 walks, that's a good sign.
Infield kind of playing in here to guard the speed of Tegan Brand.
Brand, probably the fastest player for Erie.
This one hit right back up the middle past the pitcher's glove, and Bustamante came over in time to pick it up, but not in time to throw Tegan Brand out, who's too quick. And so the Tigers have the leadoff batter aboard in Tegan Brand, and that'll bring Sloan Quijas to the plate.
Quijas has felt like one of the most consistent hitters for Erie this year. Doesn't have the best, I believe, average out of all of them, but other hitters have had their ups and downs. As there's a wild pitch, and Brand is going to try to steal two bases.
And Brand is thrown out, and I apologize for that. It appears our audio was off as Tegan Brand thrown out.
Just a wild pitch from Mitchell over the catcher's head. Brand tried to take two, could have stayed at one. She was stealing anyway, and got a little too aggressive there.
And that pitch is in there for a strike right at the knees here to Quijas. 1-1 the count after the first ball was a pass ball. Ended up working out in Longmont's favor. Now Mitchell. This one hit hard the other way. It's going to go past the right fielder. Quijas is going to dig for second, and now she'll head to third. Here comes the throw in. Quijas with the slide, and she is safe with a triple.
And that is Quijas' first triple of the year, and could not have had better timing.
Quijas just took that pitch inside out at it. Really hard hit past just a chasing right fielder in Sharina Simmons. Not a ton of speed. That ball ended up rolling all the way to the wall, and that enabled Quijas to get into third.
And the right fielder kind of took a bad angle at that one. If she'd stayed back.
First pitch here to Sackett is tagged to second. It's bobbled. The throw is not in time, and the run scores as well. So it was mishandled by Dillo.
And bobbled Kat Sackett showing some speed that we haven't seen all year. And Quijas going with the pitch makes it home easily. Erie with the 1-0 lead.
1-0 lead, and now a little conference on the mound here. So 1-0 Erie. And we understand our stream is a little glitchy. We are trying to figure out here the best way to, well, give us a second here. And so now batting here for the Tigers is Jen Williams.
Lily Mesker's courtesy running for Sackett. You'll see the Tigers use courtesy runners for Sackett and Leach all game, and Meskers swipes a bag there. Got in ahead of the throw. The throw is also a little off target. A little bit to the shortstop side of the bag. Meskers safe by a mile. And that one is in for a strike on Williams. Williams, Erie's leading hitter on the year, has the highest average of anyone on this team. Really been a breakout year for her, as that one is fouled off. Fouled straight down into home plate. Williams now an 0-2 count, one down, runner on second. And she'll foul this one off as well. Protecting the plate with that swing. One might have been a little high. Fouls it back to the right. So the count will stay 1-2 for Williams, as the Tigers look to extend their first inning lead. And this one is grounded to short. Meskers will stay, and Williams will be out at first. So just a ground ball to shortstop, and Williams thrown out at first. Meskers not advancing. So now it's Maddie Vaughn coming up to the plate. 2 down, runner on second. Erie with a 1-0 lead, bottom of the first inning here in Aurora. This one's high. Meskers fakes throw, gets back anyway. This one, the throw back to the pitcher, dropped. And she's going to call time. So 2 outs, 1 on for Maddie Vaughn, and Longmont will have their second meeting on the mound in the first inning. Not sure what Mitchell wanted to talk over, but after she dropped it, and I couldn't see if it hit her or not, the umpire in the way, she immediately called for time. And it does look like the trainer might be looking at her on the mound, or a coach. But meeting on the infield. And they'll break now. If you're Meskers, you want to pay attention to a pickoff throw coming.
Well, thanks for picking me up there, Grayson. Just trying to get our stream top notch as Maddie Vaughn to the plate. She'll foul that one back. A little meeting on the mound there. And you're the Longmont coach. What are some things you think you're telling that pitcher?
Well, I'm telling her to be patient. This is a good Erie hitting team. And throw strikes.
Breaking ball is turned on and hit over the jumping left fielder's head, Morrow. Meskers will score, and in with a stand-up double is Maddie Vaughn. It was smoked on a rope, and Vaughn immediately got on her horse, and it was missed by maybe a foot. But
maybe even a little less. Looks like the left fielder misjudged the ball, thought it was going to drop, and it just kept rising.
It's already a 2-0 lead here for the Tigers. This one grounded to second, picked up by Dillo onto first, and that will be the third out of the inning. But the Tigers, they score 2. They lead it 2-0 after 1 inning of play. We'll take a timeout. We'll be right back here on the Erie Tiger Network. talking.
We live?
Yeah, but we're not getting any audio from this. Check.
She sounds hideous.
Well, she's a guy, so.
Another reason more people stay with State Farm. Get to a better state.
And welcome back in here, Erie Tiger Network. Brandon Bird, Grayson Blaylock here with you on the call as we head to the top of the second. The Tigers lead it 2-0, and it will be Ashley Dillow, the 5-hole hitter, that will lead it off for the Trojans. Maddie Leach, 23 pitches in that first inning, will deliver for strike one on a swing and a miss from Dillow. A little bit of an off-speed pitch there, framed up nicely that time by Sackett. Outfield playing a shade toward opposite way, especially out in the left. Emma Osborne shaded way toward the gap, leaving that left field line wide open. One of the things you see here, Grayson, is I think an uptick in home runs. I think the fences are kind of more shallow than these Tigers are used to playing, and a lot of these state teams are used to playing throughout the year.
Yeah, the fences are shallower here in Aurora. Obviously, these are baseball fields that we're playing on. Temporary softball fences erected in the outfield. So the dirt goes
1-2 pitch on the way, and that's a swing and a miss for strike three. And so one out here in the inning.
And that's exactly what you want to see from Maddie Leach after some of the longer bats in the first inning, getting a quick 4-pitch out right there.
And now the righty Katrina Sable, the center fielder, will come to the plate. Delivery is in there for
strike one.
A strike. Thank you to Adam Rodriguez, who commented that there was a little bit of an echo when we realized exactly what was going on. So hopefully that is fixed. Appreciate the feedback there. Leach. Coach Simmons has often said he felt like last year's Erie team was a state championship caliber team had Maddie Leach not gotten hurt. This one is flared and picked up pretty easily by Quijas for out number 2. So Leach doing some pretty quick work here of the Trojans in the top of the second.
That one looks like a changeup from Leach, and batter got under it with not much power. So Quijas able to make the catch at shallow short for the out.
Now the left-handed starting first baseman Katie Alanes comes to the plate. She'll call time and step out of the batter's box. And we've seen a few late time calls get granted here in this first game. For the Tigers, defensively, we kind of already mentioned Sackett behind the plate as that one is flared foul. Cambry Frazier at first, Vaughn at second, Quijas at short, Armstrong at third. Then in the outfield from left to right, it's Osborne, Tegan Brand, and Sydney Parrish.
Infield playing a little in.
Leach delivers. This one is slapped to second. Bobbled for a moment by Vaughn, but gets it to first in time, and a 1-2-3 inning for the Tiger defense. We will head to the bottom of the second as the Tigers, they'll try and add 2 more here on the Erie Tiger Network. Do you have a plan in place for your family's future in the event something happens to you? Are you caring for aging parents, grandparents, or a loved one with special needs? The Germany law firm named 2017 Erie's Chamber Business of the Year provides expert legal guidance and peace of mind for you and your family in the areas of probate, elder law, and estate planning. Visit Germany Law Firm's Erie Village office or website at coelderlaw.net to set up a personalized consultation.
I'm Jamie Nome. I'm Noah Roper. I'm Spencer Brooks, and thanks for watching Tiger Football on the Erie Tiger Network.
Thanks for watching Tiger Football on the Erie Tiger Network.
Thanks for watching Tiger Football on the Erie Tiger Network.
And thank you for watching Tiger Football on the Erie Tiger Network.
And you are, of course, actually listening to Tiger softball here on the Erie Tiger Network on a beautiful fall day out here at Aurora Sports Park. And Just seems like we always get great weather for this event. I don't know what it is. There's an old adage, always snows for Halloween here in Colorado. I don't know if that's been true the last few years, but maybe the new adage is always great weather for state softball.
And it is great weather today, kind of sunny. So, and we're staring right into it.
Yeah, not a cloud in the sky. We kind of mentioned this at the top of the broadcast. We are staring almost directly into the sun. So some of those foul balls, and that might be a problem should we switch fields here. Sun's kind of at most of these players' back, but you never know. You get a ball high enough. We've already seen a player kind of battle the sun a little bit. Leading off things for the Tigers here this inning is Maddie Leach trying to help her own cause. As that pitch is in there for strike one to Maddie.
And this is actually Lauren Russell hitting in the 7-hole. Russell DHing.
For some reason, that is messed up on our lineup card, so we will adjust appropriately. So Lauren Russell, the batter. Pitch into Russell, and it hit her.
There you go, there you go.
So the leadoff runner aboard again for the Tigers. Last inning, Tegan Brand got on because of an error. Then on a attempt to steal / pass a ball, she tried to stretch it to third base and was thrown out. The Tigers would still end up scoring 2 anyways. Now Sydney Parrish to the plate. And once again, our lineup, I don't know what happened there. We got a picture of the lineup. I don't know if Coach Simmons' lineup to the umpire was a little bit different than what we got here. But this is actually Kaylee Armstrong.
Armstrong hitting Maddie Leach on deck. So maybe with Russell, maybe a special pinch hitter.
I think what ended up happening is Leach just slid down past, I don't know. The last 3 are all jumbled up, so we'll adjust accordingly. But this is Kaylee Armstrong hitting as she fouled that first pitch down the line. So 1 on, nobody out here for Kaylee Armstrong.
And a runner on first is effectively a runner in scoring position for Armstrong. She leads the team in doubles this year with 12.
That pitch just a little bit low to Armstrong. Armstrong stepping in here. Very good hitting lineup for the Tigers this year. That pitch is hit right back up the middle, off the glove of the shortstop, and not in time. That was Bustamante. It kind of handcuffed her, and she just couldn't gather it in.
Right. This one, an all-dirt infield, something you don't always see on softball. You occasionally will. Ball hit the dirt, and her glove at the same time popped up, and she lost it. And both runners are safe for the Tigers.
And now Maddie Leach to the plate. So Leach digging in here out of the 9-hole as that one is upstairs for a ball. So 2 on, nobody out, a 2-0 lead for the Tigers here in the bottom of the second. 1-0 here from Mitchell. Delivers, and that one is right down the pipe for strike one as Leach was taking all the way. Maddie Leach will swing at this one and foul it back straight into the screen.
Good contact there for Maddie Leach. Was a little under it, but hit it straight back.
Leach, a .297 hitter on the year, couple home runs, 4 doubles, 14 runs batted in. Can help her cause here as that one is also fouled back.
Help yourself out, Maddie.
Almost in the exact same spot as last time. So Leach seeing the pitches well in her first at bat.
So Mitchell again. 1 and 2, no outs here. And this one flared over the head of the second baseman, having to freeze on second, but still coming around to score with ease, I should say, is Sydney Parrish. And in fact, coming in also is Kaylee Armstrong. So a 2-run single, and then Leach gets to second on the throw.
And almost even an error out there in right center. Center fielder or right fielder converged on the ball. One of them picked it up and dropped it. So that allowed Russell and Armstrong to both score. Now Ashley Levette, courtesy running for Leach.
Do you want me to check your roster?
And now you said Tegan Brand to the plate.
I think I saw.
Tegan Brand, as we said, she reached on that error by Dillo. Man, nobody out. Really, Erie has a chance here to really widen this gap.
As the scoreboard in right field is not updated. Still says 2-0.
That one foul down the line. Tegan Brand has the defense on their toes here as she's liable to lay down a slapper. Mitchell delivers. This one is lifted down the line, and it will drift just a little bit foul.
Left fielder might have had a play on that. Could have dove for the ball. Did not. And new life for Brand with an 0-2 count.
Now delivery is wide here to Brand. Hannah Hackney's in the house here. We'll see if we can't beg her for an interview later between innings here. Runner on second here for the Tigers. This one is taken underneath the knees for a ball, and so 2-2.
And several Erie alums in the stands. I see Kyle Cooper as well. Some more, I believe, back off out of our view.
Pitch is swung on and missed there for Tegan Brand. So that's the first out of the inning. That'll bring Sloan Kihas to the plate. Sloan laced a triple to right field in her first at bat here today. That would then be, she would then become the first run of the day, as this one is upstairs, taking 4 to Sloan.
And as Sloan steps out of the batter's box, a couple other scores for you on Erie's side of the bracket. Wheat Ridge, who Erie beat, leading Pueblo South 7-5.
Pass ball there, and that will get all the way to the backstop, and up to second goes Armstrong. So a wild pitch, and now actually the pinch runner for the Tigers, or the courtesy runner, I believe is Ashley Lovett.
And it is Levette for the Tigers. Courtesy running for Maddie Leach.
So 2-0 pitch here to Kihas. Will swing, spikes it past the the shortstop into left field. And an RBI single for Sloan, and she's 2 for 2.
That one right there just hit sharply past the shortstop. Could have been playing a little farther back, but regardless, had no chance at that one. It was smoked into left field.
Now the big left-handed hitting junior, Kat Sackett, to the plate. Kat always so imposing in the box. You're a pitcher, you don't face a ton of lefties in the high school levels, you might in upper levels. And on top of that, Kat just towers. Don't want to throw her in anything she can extend her arms out.
No, and she's been getting a lot of pitches to hit lately. Had maybe her best 2 games of the year in Erie's regional tournament.
Now delivery into Kat. This one is skied in towards center, and it's miscommunicated, and it will fall between Sable and Morrow, and into third goes Kihas, and the throw gets away for a second from Gumison at third. But a little bit of a miscommunication error out there, and now
Sackett has a double.
Sackett has reached twice on an error, and Longmont is going to discuss some things, try and get their heads right, as already for these Trojans, 3 errors in this game, and it has been costly for them so far as they trail 5-0.
And as Lily Mesker's now on to run for Sackett. And one of Erie's keys to the game was avoid the errors. They have, for the most part, it's been Longmont who's had struggles with the defense in the early parts of this game.
So 5-0. The scoreboard only showing 4-0. Now there it is, the 5th run. Here in the bottom of the second. So a great start for the Tigers here in round 1. And Grayson, you had some updates on some scores. We'll talk about the bracket here if you want to update us on those scores.
So on Erie's side of the bracket, Wheat Ridge and Pueblo South playing to play the winner of the Silver Creek Evergreen game. No score from the Silver Creek Evergreen game. Last I saw, that was 1-0 Evergreen in the top of the second. But Wheat Ridge, after 3 innings, they lead Pueblo South 7-5.
Now Jen Williams, the hitter, and rips one, but just turns foul. And that left side foul line here at State, I think, still turns the stomach a little bit of the Erie faithful, as that one definitely was well foul. Of course, we're referring to Maddie Foster's home run that was not, or at least called not. 2-1. 1 out here. This one hit well again, but didn't quite catch all of it. Tagging from third is Quijas. The throw at the plate not in time as Quijas will slide in. The ball will get away, and up to third goes Meskers.
Quijas read the ball right off the bat, saw the left fielders in place, and tagged up, beat the throw home to make it 6-0 Erie. And another score, Holy Family leading their game, the winner of that one. After 2 innings, Holy Family leads Cheyenne Mountain 6-0. The winner of this game plays the winner of that one.
All right, so we'll keep our eye on that one. Erie, by the way, the 6th seed here in this tournament. Holy Family, the 3 seed. Longmont comes in as the 11 seed. On the Erie's half of the bracket, Silver Creek is the 2 seed. They play Evergreen, the 15, Pueblo South, the 7, Wheat Ridge, the 10. As Vaughn ahead here, 1-0, she took a ball. Now the 1-0 pitch coming. That one down the middle for strike 1.
And good second pitch, as it's a 1-1 count to Maddie Vaughn. And that Holy Family score has not changed through 3.5 innings. So that game ahead of this one.
2-1 the count. Now after that pitch missed wide to Vaughn. Mitchell looking in. She'll wheel, fire. This one is hit. Just getting a little bit under it was Vaughn, and camping out was Morrow, and that'll be the 3rd out of the inning. Well, instead of going to commercial here, joining us is Hannah Hackney, of course, an Erie alum. And Hannah, it's great to see you back here at State Softball again.
Thank you.
Update us a little bit with where you're at and what's going on and how you're playing and what college is all about.
Yeah, so I'm down in La Junta at Otero Junior College, and it's been a lot of fun. We're in fall season right now, so we're just getting used to the swing of things because college is a way different world from high school. So it's been exciting. Got 5 a.m. workouts Monday through Friday and practices on the weekends, but luckily we get this weekend off as my coach is up here recruiting as well.
As you roll into college and adjust to that, do you feel like being a part of the Erie program, a perennial winner, that helped kind of set you up for success at the next level, maybe compared to some other players that come from programs that aren't quite as prestigious?
Absolutely, yeah. I was lucky enough to be part of a program that was very successful for 23 years, obviously, and especially in my 4 years, we did a lot of damage and a lot of good things, and so being able to come from a coaching staff and just an environment like that, I think it's helped me a ton in college.
Obviously, at the junior college level, players kind of have an aspiration of moving on. I know it's still early for you, but are you kind of looking for certain places where you might fit in?
Definitely. Been looking into a couple of 4-year universities here in Colorado and a couple of out-of-state ones, but definitely want to stay in Colorado.
By the way, we're with Hannah Hackney as Grace Morrows at the plate for Longmont. And 0-1 here from Leach. Now the umpire are going to go chat with the Longmont coach. Well, Hannah, before we let you go here, you're back. Have you had a chance to kind of watch this team very much or interact with many of the players? I guess I want to know, what do you think their chances are this year?
I think they got a really good chance. I'm happy to see Maddie back on the mound, and she deserves it, and I wish her the best of luck along with the other girls, and I'm excited to see them throughout this tournament. So.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Hannah. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
That was Hannah Hackney, of course, the former Erie Star here for the Tigers, as Grayson will put back on the headset, and that 0-2 pitch will sail a little wide here tomorrow. Now 1-2.
And now we do have a third score from that Silver Creek Evergreen game. Silver Creek leading 5-1 in the bottom of the fourth.
Ball fouled back into the backstop from Morrow. Top of the third, 6-0. Erie on top. Nobody out here for Longmont as Grace Morrow leading off the inning. Still have not completely gone through the lineup as Longmont, as Leach will wheel, fire, and a swing and a miss for strike 3.
And a strikeout, always good to see from Maddie Leach. Not a high strikeout pitcher, more of a ground ball pitcher, and just taking pressure off the Erie defense, always a good thing.
And now coming to the plate is Sharina Simmons, the right fielder for the Trojans. Very closed stance does Sharina have, and now she'll call time late, and the umpire will award it a little bit late.
And you kind of want to wonder if that's maybe a strategy that Longmont has to get Leach off her game a little bit. Just try to push the pitch count higher for Leach.
There's a swing and a miss for strike 1 from Serena Simmons. Outfield still pushed towards opposite way here as Leach will wind and fire, and this one is swung on and missed.
And
quickly 0-2.
And the shift in the outfield a little bit to the right is something you'll see pretty often with this Erie team. They don't like shifting for right-handed hitters to the pull side.
Yes, a Coach Simmons staple, as that one is wide for a ball. On the year for Sharina Simmons, a 303 average. Delivery taken wide, and so she's worked it back to level here after a couple swings and misses on the first two. 6-0 Tigers, top of the third, 1 out, nobody on here for Longmont. Leach delivers. This one is hit right at Kihas, and she snares it for out number 2.
Kihas just took a step to her left. The ball was hit cleanly right to her in the air, and batter got about 2 steps out of the box before she realized it was caught.
Now Ayana Bustamante will come back to the plate. The starting shortstop, she grounded to second her last time up to Vaughn. And she will take one upstairs for ball 1. Wind starting to pick up here a little bit. It's still a rather warm day. Delivery is hit right back up the middle and drops just in front of Brand. And because this is a slow pitch diamond most of the year, in fact, they may play baseball. I don't know if they put the mound up or not. This infield dirt is huge. That landed on the edge of the infield dirt, but Brand almost got there anyway from her center field spot. In fact, all the outfielders only standing about 10 yards from the dirt.
And that's, as you said, a little misleading. This is baseball dirt. It appears. You see the fence. You can't, we can. See the fence is at 325 for the regulation baseball field. And, well, softball's bases much closer together. So,
swing and a miss there from Gumasin. Now 1-1 the count here. 1 runner on, 1 out, or excuse me, 2 outs here for the Trojans. Leach delivers, fouled back into the screen. See the Leach family here behind us. I think charting Maddie's pitches.
As they always do.
Of course, Connor Leach, I believe, is listening from his dorm room as this one is fouled, just out of play. Sackett and Frazier were trying to give it chase there on the first baseline.
And that's another thing you'll notice with this field. The foul area is much deeper and wider than it is on your typical softball field. So hits that would usually be fouls out of play aren't always necessarily out of play here.
Now Leach staring in here. 1-2 pitch, just wide, and Sackett throws it down to second, but Bustamante, it almost looked like a delayed steal, and then she scurried back into first after the throw. Would have beaten her by a significant amount.
Yeah, she was only not quite halfway down the line when the throw came, and managed to get back in there.
Pitch upstairs almost hit Gumison. She just leaned out of the way.
And that pitch low for a walk. So a rarity for Maddie Leach, as now there are 2 on with 2 down. Erie a 6-0 lead in the top of the third.
One of our cameras has overheated, and you're saying cameras? What the heck are you talking about? Yeah, we are still broadcasting on our normal system. We are just pointing a camera into the abyss, if you will. But apparently the audio still works, so we're going to go with that. Now Mitchell, the pitcher, to the plate. She reached on an error last time by Kylie Armstrong, as that one is a snap throw down there, and the tag is just, they'll say miss, because the tag, I think, was applied, if it was applied, well before Gumison got into the bag, but I'm not sure that Cambry Frazier actually got low enough to touch her.
And I think that is the call the umpires are going to make, is there's a pitch out from Leach. The throw was a little high from Sackett. It looked from our angle like her glove touched the helmet of Gunnison. Not 100% sure how to pronounce that, but the umpire will disagree.
Pitch into Mitchell. This one skied on the infield. Quijas camping underneath, and she will miss it. It glances off her glove. 1 run will score, and into second in time is Mitchell. And we talked about the high sky. There is not a cloud in the sky. And Quijas was camped underneath it, and she just underplayed it.
It looked like the sun and the wind might have had a little bit of an effect on that. Quijas staring straight up into the sky for that one. Looks like she might have lost it there at the last second. And the wind also, don't know if you can hear it on our mics or not, or on occasion, but the winds gusts occasionally. And on a few of those better hit balls by Erie, Sackett and Vaughn both had hits. Maybe in a game where there's no wind, those would have been home runs.
Now Alexa Nielsen to the plate. And so Longmont scores their first run, as that one was absolutely ripped, but fouled. Almost hit the umpire down on the third baseline. And so Nielsen just missing that one by a little bit. Nielsen will swing at this one, dribbles it right back to Leach onto first, and that will be the third out. So the error a little bit costly here. It provides the Trojans a run, but it's still 6-1. Tigers lead it. We'll head to the bottom of the third here on the Erie Tiger Network.
You do that for me? Really? Yeah, I'd like that.
Who are you talking to?
It's Jake from State Farm. Sounds like a really good deal.
Jake from State Farm at 3 in the morning? Who is this?
It's Jake from State Farm.
What are you wearing, Jake from State Farm?
Khakis?
She sounds hideous.
Well, she's a guy, so.
Another reason more people stay with State Farm. Get to a better state.
There's a beast deep inside you. It will not die.
Ooh.
It will fight back.
And welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network, as the first pitch in the inning is swung on and hit hard to second, or to short rather, but 4 and out. So 1 pitch, 1 out. That was Cambry Frazier.
Frazier, the youngest starter on this Erie team, only a sophomore.
Now batting for the Tigers. This one is lifted to center, to the wall, and it is gone! A home run for the Tigers.
And that is Lauren Russell with her first home run in a while.
Lauren Russell, we mentioned we didn't have, we're trying to still sort that out. So it's Lauren Russell with the home run to deep center, and it's now 7-1. Tigers lead it.
That just smashed first pitch right center field. A little more to center than right. A little ways off dead center, and the wind did not affect that one as it just kept going. Now Armstrong, Kaylee Armstrong is hitting for Erie.
And Armstrong will take that one for a ball.
That one up at the letters. Easy not to swing at for Armstrong.
Now 2-0 here to Armstrong. It's Armstrong, then Leach. We had Sydney Parrish on our lineup card, and we had Jen Williams as the DH, and so that's what's confusing us here. And we looked at a lineup card that the scorekeeper had, so don't know what the heck is going on.
And to add to the confusion, Sydney Parrish is playing defense in right field, so maybe just using Russell as not a designated player or a flex player, but just getting 2 or 3 at-bats out of her before letting Parrish hit. Best guess.
Delivery is wide to Armstrong.
I know Coach Simmons likes platooning players, defense and offense. I'm guessing Lauren Russell only has 1 at bat left.
This one is smoked between third and short, and then gets underneath the glove of the left fielder Morrow. And so a single, and then to second on an error.
And that one just grounded to left field, and the Longmont left fielder Morrow just forgot the old board trick, didn't put her glove down, and the ball went straight under it.
So now Maddie Leach will come to the plate, as that one is fouled back into the screen. Leach on our score sheet. It's a digital one, and so I look up her stats, and it says home run. So I'm not sure. What did Leach do last time? As this one is grounded to third, picked up, fired across the diamond in time for out number 2. So 2 away now for the Tigers.
And last at bat, I believe, if my memory serves, she had a single advance to second on an error, similar to what we just saw. Hit the ball into the right center field gap, and they converged, and each thought the other was going to play it.
And now it's Tegan Brand to the plate. So 7-1 the score. 1 on here for the Tigers, and 2 out in the bottom of the third. 7 hits for Erie in all. Delivery upstairs, taken for a ball. Brand the batter, 1 for 2 today. She singled up the middle and then struck out swinging her last time up.
Brand, a slapper, and one result of that is she'll strike out a little bit more often. But when she's not striking out, if she puts the ball in play on the ground, she's usually going to get on base.
3-0 the count here to Brand. Let's see, she will actually slap at that one and just foul. I thought for a moment the way Gumason reacted that one might have slid fair, but just slices foul a little bit off the left-handed bat of Tegan Brand. Tigers 7 runs off 7 hits, 2 errors, 2 left on base for the Trojans. 1 run off 1 hit, 4 errors, and 3 left on base as that one is low and a walk for Brand. So that'll bring up Sloan Quijas, who has tripled and singled so far here in this game, and she drove in a run her last time up. Already got the triple. That's not easy to do in softball, so maybe she's going for the cycle here. Needs a double and a homer.
Who knows? That'd be great.
Pitch into Sloan is inside, taken for a ball.
Although triples do happen more often in softball than baseball, I think.
This one is ripped past the third baseman, and another misplay out and left by Morrow, and runners move up a couple bases, and an RBI there.
Quijas ends up on second. You could maybe say that's a double if you want to, but probably the way it should be ruled, a single and an error.
And that is the way I ruled it, so in my scorebook, that's what it says, Grayson. Now Kat Sackett will come to the plate. She has reached twice on an error, and last time it was to deep center. And she'll take a look at strike 1. Fans, don't forget to follow us on Twitter at Erie TigerNet. Like the Erie Tiger Network Facebook page. Check us out online, ErieTigerNetwork.com. And as always, like our videos if you're watching them right now, and you are technically watching a YouTube video, even though it's audio only. Also, subscribe. Subscribe to our channel. That helps us out as we are closing in slowly but surely on that 1,000 subscriber mark that we are trying to get to. So if you could do that for us, that would help us out a lot. So 8-1, Tigers lead it here, bottom of the third, 2 outs, 2 on, and that one is upstairs.
And Sackett has a little bit of a larger strike zone than most hitters, of course being 6'1", but that one almost at her shoulders.
Pitch is an off-speed pitch is turned on and ripped down the line into right field. 2 runs will score for the Tigers. Sackett digging in for second, and she's got a stand-up 2 RBI double, and the Tigers have busted this one wide open. They now lead it 10-1.
Sackett kind of pump faked almost on her swing, saw the off-speed, ripped it over the first baseman's head all the way to the fence in right field. Getting past the right fielder, and was thinking double the whole way, as Meskers will now come in to run for her.
So Mesker's the runner. First pitch here to Jen Williams is struck foul straight to the backstop. 10-1 lead here for Erie.
And with this large of a lead, if Erie can put up some more runs, you start thinking about a run rule. As
big swing and a miss there from Jen, who I think that time was thinking a little more than a single.
Maybe.
Pitch swung on and missed, and that will end the inning. But the Tigers, they add 4 more runs here in the bottom of the third. We'll head to the top of the fourth. We'll take a quick timeout here on the Erie Tiger Network.
I'm a teacher. Let me tell you what I make. I make learning a privilege, not a chore, and frustration a tool, not an obstacle. I make working hard seem easy and giving up impossible. I make an old subject feel like a fresh thought and unconventional methods common. I'm a teacher. I make more.
Click the search bar on the top right-hand corner of the screen and search up Erie Tiger Network. Click the channel icon and then press the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell icon to receive notifications about when we post. Click the thumbs up icon to like the video. To enter full screen mode, press the icon on the bottom right hand corner. To skip forward or backwards 10 seconds, double tap the left or right hand side of the screen. Press the pause button in the middle of the screen to pause the video. To skip to a different video, press the skip button when the video is paused.
Hi, my name
And welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. As we roll on now to the top of the fourth inning, Ashley Dillow, the batter, and this one is lifted foul. Maddie Leach, strong so far, only 1 hit allowed, 1 run.
Hit, error, and stolen base, I believe, is what led to that run.
Dillow 0 for 1 with the strikeout. Here, the 5-hole hitter, as that one is inside for a ball. And 58 pitches thrown unofficially so far by Leach. This one is twisted foul in toward the Tiger dugout. In fact, Coach Fish trying to stop it with his foot. Right now it's all Erie. 10 runs off 9 hits. 5 errors for the Trojans. They have really struggled in this one defensively. Delivery just upstairs for a ball. Now 2-2. Tigers feels like they will be moving on as there's strike 3 looking. And so the first out of the inning here in the top of the fourth. With an emphasis on lifetime preventative care, in Erie, Coal Creek Family Dental offers a full range of dental services to meet the individual needs and preferences of each patient. From routine cleanings to complete smile makeovers, we utilize the latest dental techniques to give our patients the most up-to-date service. Check us out at coalcreekfamilydental.com.
And before the runner steps in, some score updates. Pueblo South is now leading their game against Wheat Ridge 11-7.
0-1 pitch wide for a ball there to Sable.
That one in the bottom of the fourth. Pueblo South won their region, and that one appears to be a shootout. Last score that we have from the Holy Family and not Evergreen, excuse me. but the Holy Family and Cheyenne Mountain game was 9-0 after 4.
Now Leach staring in. 1-2 pitch outside for a ball. Sackett was set up outside. They were trying to get Sable to chase, but she wouldn't bite. Sable flew out, her only time up, to short. And this one is fouled back out of play.
And then the last score from the 4A games being played right now. Silver Creek, the 2 seed, only has 5 runs. They average more than that per game, and they lead Evergreen 5-1 and going to the top of the 5th.
Now delivery is swung on and missed for strike 3. And so for Maddie Leach, pretty good day going so far. Through 3 2/3 now. Has not allowed an earned run. Struck out 5, walked 1. Has given up 1 hit. Now the lefty, Alanes, will come to the plate. Delivery is just off the plate.
As the wind picks up a little bit, wind picks up a little bit more, and I believe you can hear that on our mics.
Leach delivers that one low for a ball, quickly 2-0 here to Katie Alanes. Top of the 4th, 2 outs, 10-1, Erie leads. Firmly in control here as that pitch is low, 3-0. Maddie only walk issue this game was with 2 outs, and now she's in a 3-0 hole here with 2 outs. That pitch right down the middle for strike 1. Alanes was taking all the way that time.
And maybe a few of those early balls trying to get the Longmont hitters to chase. One thing Longmont has done well this game, they've been patient at the plate, not wasted a lot of swings.
And there for strike 2. So that just touched the inner part of the plate. Longmont fans didn't like it. Now full count. Got to be a hitter when you're down 10-1. See if they can get Alanes here with 2 down. This one flared right to short. That will do it as Quijas closes the glove, and a 1-2-3 inning for the Tigers. And we'll stick right here between innings. At Clark Legal Services, we believe that our purpose as a trusted advisor and counselor for our clients and their families goes beyond giving clients directions. I believe their attorneys and their skills play an important role in society, whether it's participating in a pro bono case to protect an important issue or volunteering their time to educate your group about school and the legal process, legal history, or current legal issues. They believe in giving back to the community. For more information, check out clarklegalservices.com. And fans, while we got you, we have a Patreon set up. In fact, it's linked in the description of this video. You could be a part of the Erie Fan Club. I mean, we're looking for as little as $1 a month pledge from fans. That we get more of those, we'll start broadcasting some more games. We will need some of this for our playoff rights throughout this. These games cost us a fee every time we do it. That's why we're doing audio instead of video, because of the fee associated with it. And so you can join $1 a month. If you donate $25 a month, you get to sponsor an in-game read, and typically those are for business people. But we have our first in-game read that is sponsored via Patreon, and it will be our player of the game, and we will announce that when we announce the player of the game. It'll be a surprise. It's literally a person sponsoring the player of the game. So how about that? But Tigers, good job so far, Grayson. They've tore the cover off the ball. They scored 2 runs in the first, 4 in the second, 4 in the third, and here they come in the fourth looking for more runs, and Maddie Vaughn will lead things off.
And with Erie, this is exactly what you want to see. You want to see a lot of runs. Obviously, it looks like Holy Family will be the next matchup, and that's a game where you want to see offense. Holy Family, one of the better pitchers, and Erie, the game that they beat Holy Family in, they scored 9 runs. The one they lost, they only had 1.
And there's strike one called on Vaughn. The 0-1 now inside, 1-1. One ball, one strike here to Maddie Vaughn, who doubled and flew out in this one, and she'll take that one. Now 2-1. Tigers, as we said, 9 hits so far in this one, and if you look, it's been Cambry Frazier and Sloan Kihas, I believe, the only batters. No, that couldn't be right, because we've seen Sloan triple. In fact, it's Jen Williams and Cambry Frazier, the only Tigers held without a hit so far. As the Tigers not only have a lot of hits, but have spread the love around. That pitch is upstairs for a ball. Now 3-1 here to Vaughn. Of course, we will have the other softball game as there's ball 4, and Vaughn will take a walk, so the leadoff runner aboard again. We will have the second softball game. We will also have the football game tonight against Roosevelt. So a full day on the Erie Tiger Network. One of those rare 3 broadcast days. And of course, we are hoping for 2 more tomorrow as well.
Obviously, that is ideal. The state tournament single elimination, unlike regionals. Regionals, double elimination. Baseball's the opposite. State tournaments, double, regionals, single. But it's softball, and there's one on with no one out for Cambry Fraser.
10-1, Tigers lead it. Frazier looking for her first hit, grounded to short and second. She'll inside out this one, and that one will drop in there for her first hit. And it took a funny hop off of the line where the grass starts, and it was dropped by Simmons, and Vaughn was able to get to third. She might have been heading to third anyway. Well, that's Frazier's first hit. And so now runners on the corners with nobody out, and Coach Simmons, what's he doing here? It looks like Lauren Russell is at the plate here.
And I believe he's going to use Lily Meskers to run for Fraser. So this will be Meskers' last appearance in the game. You can't come in for more than 2 players more than once. This is also her 3rd appearance. So moving off of her duty as a pinch runner or courtesy runner for Sackett. Fraser can come back in the game, but if she does, then Meskers is done. Erie, though, several players that can courtesy run behind Meskers. Sydney Parrish, obviously in right field, would be the 3rd person maybe to come to your head behind the 2 freshmen. Maybe Grace Jardine.
Lauren Russell was the home run hitter last inning to center. As that pitch is high, there goes the runner to second. And they actually tried the little cut it off short play with Dillo at second, hoping to catch Vaughn, but Vaughn not going anywhere and into second.
And that's why Meskers is running. Meskers probably the 2nd fastest person on the team behind Brand, as that one.
Did they say it hit Russell?
They did say that. And that's
okay, so Russell's hit by that pitch.
For the 2nd time today.
And now the bases are juiced for Kaylee Armstrong. She has, I believe, singled a couple times here.
And here is Parrish coming in for Russell. So it's Russell's 3rd at bat, and you've got to think probably the end of her night as well, or her afternoon. as it's only 2 o'clock.
This game, hour and 15 minutes so far. As we joined you right at the very top of the first pitch. I mean, it was right then and there. So pitch into Armstrong is ripped to deep left, and it is gone. A grand slam for Kaylee Armstrong.
And it's 14-1. Erie leads it. So
her teammates meeting her out at the plate. She'll step on it. 14-1. Grand salami, and now we've got maybe another player in contention for our player of the game.
Maybe, and with the score, Erie a 13-run lead. Now you're going to start thinking, okay, no one's out. Maybe run rule. Run rule through 4 innings is 15, through 5 is 10. So Erie already has the 10 taken care of as Alyssa Barnett comes to the plate for Maddie Leach.
Yep, pinch hitter, so Alyssa Barnett in. Alyssa Barnett. I don't know if the yearbook room is listening into this game or not. Member of yearbook. And excited to probably take the spot in the pitcher circle next year. We still may even see her this weekend, and she'll swing and chop the first pitch she sees off of her leg. She hustled down to first as if it were in play, but it was indeed off her leg.
So quick strike on Barnett, and probably are almost definitely going to see her pitch in the top of this inning if it's necessary. Coach Simmons probably wanting to save Maddie Leach's arm for the Holy Family game.
This one is fouled straight back and then caught by Nilsson behind the dish. And that's our first out of the inning. Now Tegan Brand at the top of the order. Let's see if, yep, she'll still come out here. Tigers could end this game with 2 more runs. They've scored 2 in the first, 4 in the second, 4 in the third, and 4 in the fourth. But with, so far anyways, with 2 more, the game would end. That one outside for ball.
And Erie did end their first regional game with a walk-off.
And that one outside as well. Erie has had several walk-off moments here over the last couple years in this tournament. Of course, you might remember when they played Discovery Canyon and Rio Sanchez hit a walk-off home run.
I think that was a little bit before my time at Erie.
Now delivery is just outside, or just catches a piece of play, I should say, for strike 2 here to Tegan Brand. 14-1, top or bottom of the fourth, 1 out. We'll eventually get this straightened out here. Got a couple chances here today. This one spiked to third, picked up by Gumison, across the diamond, and just got Tegan Brand by an eyelash.
And the Erie fans not liking that call.
Up 14-1, still not pleased. They want to see their players get some hits, you know?
Yeah, and why not? It's the state playoffs.
Now Sloan Quijas will swing at the first pitch, and that one was snared by Bustamante. So 3 straight putouts will end the inning, and we will step aside as well. Tigers, they lead at 14-1. We'll head to the 5th here on the Erie Tiger Network.
Chiropractors don't treat your symptoms. We treat the cause of your symptoms. On your first visit, we'll review your medical history and examine your vital signs, posture, strength, and reflexes. We'll also perform tests which are designed to give us insight into what may be causing your problem. The doctors at Great Day Chiropractic don't just treat adults. We also treat children of all ages.
We're located in historic Old Town Erie at 515 Briggs Street. We're open 5 days a week from Monday through Friday and the second and fourth Saturdays of each month.
And welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. Welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. Brandon Bird here with you. It's Tigers. They lead it here in this first game of the regional. As we head to the top of the fifth, and there's a swing and a miss. And now Megan Loveland, the new pitcher for the Tigers. Jen Williams now behind the plate for Erie. Same defense the rest of the way around, though. That one is flared to right, and underneath it is Parrish for out number one. Tigers 2 outs away here from ending this thing, and I believe, do we have an update in that Holy Family game?
Well, I don't know the exact final score, but I did just see the Holy Family players walking over to the other field where the second round game will be played. So under the assumption that they won, they had a 9-0 lead.
We'll pack up and move over there as best we can.
And for Boco Preps teams, Holy Family and Silver Creek have both advanced to the quarterfinals.
So a very Boulder County laden softball field here in 4A.
A lot of the teams to start out of Boulder County and Pueblo, the other region with 5 teams. 3 of the Pueblo teams, though, have already lost. And if Silver Creek wins their quarterfinal matchup, there is guaranteed to be a Boco team in the championship. Erie, if they get out of this one, they'll play Holy Family. The winner of that will play the winner of the Pueblo South and the Wheat Ridge. And that game's still not finished, but that game, they'll play Silver Creek. And Silver Creek, the winner. And that will put us into the semifinals tomorrow. As repeating myself a little bit there.
Now a full count here as Simmons will take that pitch. 3-2. Loveland staring in. This one hit right up the elevator shaft and just over our heads. Thought that one was going to land here on top of the broadcast booth. Just getting ready to scramble and make an all-star play. Didn't happen.
And an update from that Pueblo South Wheat Ridge game. Pueblo South is winning 13-8.
And that one is rolled. Nice diving stop by Quijas. Fires across the diamond, not in time. It looked like Trevor Story over there trying to make a nice play and then throw it from her belly was Quijas. Just didn't have quite enough mustard on it that time.
But an excellent play to keep the ball in the infield.
Here we go, 10.
So now 1 on with 1 out here in the top of the 5th. And Longmont would need to score 4 runs to keep this one going. So we're going to go ahead and name our player of the game here, as that one is swung on and missed. Because we will not have much time for a post game. And I think you got to give it to the Grand Slam. We'll take another look here at the stat sheet. And we will. Our Alex Ailey, player of the game, and you heard that right, That's who's sponsoring our player of the game via Patreon. So thank you to Alex Ailey. And he decided to name the segment after himself as their strike three looking. And now only 1 out away. Our Alex Ailey player of the game will be Kaylee Armstrong. And usually there's a read or something associated with that about how great the business is. So I'll just say thank you, Alex, for your support. Obviously as a student on the Erie Tiger Network, and now as someone who supports us a little bit financially. In case you're wondering, you can follow Alex Ailey on Twitter at ETNAlexAiley. So there you go. So thank you, Alex. Kaylee Armstrong, our player of the game, as that one is fouled back. And Tigers 1 out away here from moving on and facing their vaunted rivals, at least in as far as softball is concerned, the last couple years. A fellow Tri-Valley foe. And there's a swing and a miss for strike three, and that will do it. So the Tigers win it here by a final score of 14-1. And Longmont coming out of the dugout. Just great game all around. Tigers, they hit well, played pretty sharp defense, a couple errors in there, but they pitched well. Got to feel good about this performance going into the next game.
And you do have to feel good. This is an encouraging sign for Erie. They've looked good in tournament games this year, all around. And this is the kind of game you want to see before going and playing Holy Family.
All right, well, we're going to set up another stream. We're going to move to the correct field, but this broadcast is going to end. Special thanks to our sponsors, including Alex Ailey. You can always find us on our Patreon. Just click on the description in the link and feel free to support us. We'd love to have you. For Grayson Blaylock, I'm Brandon Bird. We'll be back here in about a half an hour or so. So join us for the quarterfinal matchup here on the Erie Tiger Network.